seen Mike's window there. Man, oh man, what is up, Mike? How are you doing, man? Yeah. Come on, man. Put him back in. Put him back in. You can put him back in.
I don't even need my headphones in to hear you.
Put him back in. Come on, Mike. Yeah, you're safe. You're safe. I'm calmed down. I'm chill. I relax.
Did you get it out?
I got
just
it
with
out.
Caffeine this morning?
Oh man,
or just right now?
Well, the first thing I did, I went to the grocery store and got some Coke Zero. Actually, it was Dr. Pepper
delicious.
Zero with the good stuff. But yeah,
that's not easy to come by.
No, it's not. It is not. It's pretty hard. My office does stock it sometimes, and I've been known to have 2, 3, 4 cans a day.
Oh, that's not. I do that with Coke Zero all day long. I just had 2 with dinner. But well, if you go to a restaurant, you're gonna have more than one Coke there, and 12 ounces is not. For dinner, it's not really that much.
Dude,
so
I can drink a lot of water and Coke and stuff at a restaurant, man. The guys will just come by and they're like, again? I'm like, yes, bring it, because I pay once. Yeah. So, Mike, man, how was your weekend? What did you do? Did you do anything fun, man?
What did I do yesterday? You got me wondering what I did now. Friday was the live stream with me, you, and Josh.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't think I did anything yesterday. I can't remember. Oh, no. I did. Yeah, I posted that video on that backpack that Radiodity sells. That's a pretty cool bag. All kinds of not waterproof, but it's all right. Even though it's advertised as waterproof, just don't take it out in the rain. You'll be all right. And then I uploaded. So Logbook of the World and my logging software hate each other.
Mm-hmm.
So my logging software has a button that just says sync all QSOs, and it should just magically be whisked away to Logbook of the World.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that doesn't work. It hasn't my entire time in Texas. I have not uploaded a single QSO to Logbook of the World. So yesterday, I started a little bit before Josh's stream. I compiled most. I still have to check my iPad, but I compiled from my iPhone, my MacBook, and my Mac all of the different QSOs that I've had, and from FT8, which I feel like deleted a lot of FT8 contacts. So if you work me on FT8, who cares about FT8 anyway?
Were these at home or was these at POTA?
No, I only FT8 at home. POTA FT8 sounds like the most boring thing in the world to me.
Mm-hmm.
No, have I done that? No, I don't think I have. So I had about 22 or 2,300 contacts that had not been uploaded to Logbook of the World. Yeah, Rob just got a confirmation from July today. See, it's working.
Mm-hmm.
There's like 22 or 2,300 QSOs that I just uploaded. So I had to make a new log in my logging software, and I started with the newest first and went back. I knew anything from January 3rd or prior was stuff in Michigan. And then like January 15th, I feel. No, not even. Yeah, it was probably about January 15th, I think, was the first time I got on the air in Texas. I did a Parks on the Air. So everything after January 15th, I put in this one log and then exported the ADIF file and imported it directly into Logbook of the World, because that's the only way I could do it, because they're just not talking. I emailed. So the software I use is called Aether, AETHER. It's only for Mac, and it's great software, but I don't think the guy that makes it really does much in terms of the ways of support or anything. But I paid for the full version. It's like $35. I've tried Rumlog NG, and I've tried MacLogger DX. MacLogger DX is like $100, and I just I've tried it. There's so is Ham Radio Deluxe.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous. There is a free version of MacLogger DX, and it'll basically let you use the program for 15 minutes, and then it'll say like, hey, you want to continue? We'll pay us. And you can close the app and reopen it and use it for another 15 minutes. But it's like, in that little bit of time, I've had to kind of play around with it. I'm like, I really don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
Aether's just, it's such a clean, simple user interface. It does everything I need it to do, but it really lacks the support. So I emailed them yesterday, and I'm like, hey, ever since I've lived in Texas, I can't sync, and I've downloaded so many of those stupid keys you need from Logbook of the World, which I don't know how much you know about that yet, because you're just kind of getting into HF. But
No.
Logbook of the World is
Yeah.
a effing nightmare.
Oh, I
So the
heard.
first time you want to sign up for it, you go online and you put in your credentials. And I'm going from, this is a few years ago from memory, and then they legit snail mail you a postcard with like Gozar the Gatekeeper's password on it.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
What?
That's how you
This
have
is
to
supposed
get
to be
into Logbook
modern?
of the World. We've got rovers on Mars,
Yes.
and the ARRL wants to snail mail you a postcard. Now, I don't know if they've changed that in the last few years. I doubt it. I very much doubt it.
They already have our email address. We verify that's good. Okay. All right.
I mean,
We still love y'all.
You're on double secret probation when you want to use Logbook of the World, because God forbid someone lie about a QSO that you made on the radio, so you falsify your contacts and get an award. Oh my God! Like, it's probably easier to get into the FBI.
Wow.
But, and I also, so once my QSOs are uploaded in a Logbook of the World, I then download them from Logbook of the World to QRZ. So all of my logs, except for the 25 that I made today, are on the internet. So
yep.
Yeah, it's a nightmare. Keith just went through the same process, apparently, so he knows what I'm talking about. It's a nightmare. So yeah,
that's something they can modernize pretty easily. Well, I had a fun weekend.
Do tell. I saw a picture on Twitter.
Twitter has pictures? Yeah, I posted a couple pictures. So I think I have everything for HF. Shh, don't tell anyone though. So I wanted to do a POTA, but
Good start.
I kind of got cold feet a little bit, and I was like, you know what? A good test is setting everything up in the backyard and just doing an equipment shakedown.
That's a good idea.
So I took everything into the backyard. I started with here comes a picture. If I switch, there we go. That is the majority of my parts.
Oh, nice.
So I have the coaxial cable. Yeah, I got the mouse on the screen. Coaxial cable. I have the solar panel I'm going to use. I have the solar charge controller. I have my battery. Adam's antenna. Thank you, Adam. You're amazing. And you missed it. I did a face. And a G-90. Look at that. A G-90.
A G-90 with a what on it?
The case fan.
Yes.
Yes. So let me tell you about that case fan.
Tell me. So, I've not used one of those.
I hooked everything up, and I was just kind of make sure things were running. I hooked it into the battery, the charge controller, and I turned it on because it's kind of the second time I turned it on, and I heard it the static waterfall come on because there was no no antenna plugged into it. It's like, cool, let me move this thing. So I picked it up and I wrapped my fingers around it. Chwonk! Ow! And I look at it, I'm bleeding. I'm bleeding from this G-90. And know what? I knew about it. I was warned. I watched streams of other people say, don't pick this thing up.
Yeah.
Said, it's like, that hurt. So I hit the power button. Okay. I'm going to move it. Crunk. Again. My little pinky finger. You can see that.
The power button doesn't shut that off?
No. It is directly hooked into the AC. Right in, well, not AC, the DC, but it's hooked in right to the 12 volts. So if there's power to the system, the fan's running at full spin. Twice.
I feel they redesigned that, and there's a cover on the bottom now. I could be wrong.
Yes, and I heard there's awesome 3D cases that you can print for it. But yeah, twice. I got bit.
Oh, you got COVID now. Jason's infected.
Oh, that's funny. That's too funny. He's joining us from the undisclosed location.
Yeah. Yeah.
I he probably told me. You know what? I'm going to take the blame here. Um, I blanked on
I
this. I
would
hit
blame
him up.
poor design.
Hit him up. I'm like, "Where's your stream link?" He's like, "What? I'm out." I was like, "Oh, did you tell me that?" He's like, "I think I did." I was like, "You maybe did. I don't know." So I was like, "I'm taking your slot." He's like, "Yes, you go do that." I said, "All right, all right." See who I can dig up. So thank you, Mike. This was literally 5 minutes in the planning.
Nice.
um, but yes.
Ham
So
Radio Adventure Guys has a cover. He
yeah.
also says he finia head a kilo today.
Mm.
I think that might be Frank speak for I finished a kilo today.
Oh,
Congratulations.
nice,
I
nice.
finally applied for a Rhino award, a radar award that I
You have to
did.
apply for that?
Yeah,
Oh,
I didn't
I thought
really
all those
realize
come in
that. You would
automatically.
think that if you just submitted a log on one day for the same date, it would do it
Mhm.
automatically, but it
Mhm.
doesn't. So I have a radar award. It was from 2019.
Nice, nice.
So that's
So
cool.
I went ahead and set everything up in the backyard. That is the solar charger controller running with the batteries and the G-90, and I ran the antenna. I think, well, the antenna is so thin. Adam has done a great job on that antenna. It's a super
Yeah.
thin wire, and you can't see it. So I tried to take a picture of it, and it's just like
26
there's a
gauge
wall.
wire is
Yeah.
to photograph.
Mm-hmm.
Dudes in the chat, what's up, dude?
Yay, howdy, dude. How's it going? Oh, one last thing before I forget, I do have buy me a beer now, and
Ooh.
there's the link in the description, and I do have Patreon link it also in description. So everything that you put towards me really helps me out because I'm broke. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do all this traveling next year. So
Oh boy.
everything is really going to the war chest for traveling funds.
See, if this were Michigan, you could start collecting cans and bottles and stuff because
Mm-hmm.
they're worth 10 cents a pop.
Yep.
Not so
Um,
much here.
Answers Don's question. Yes, I did have a solar panel. I'm switching back to that
What was
picture right
that?
here.
The 60-watt bioenno?
Yes, 60-watt bioenno.
Yep.
It folds out to two halves, and it can generate. I think I saw a peak of 24 volts and like 4 to 5 amps, maybe more. But that's kind of what I saw
No,
this
you didn't get
weekend.
4 to 5 amps out of that thing, did you?
Maybe right in the sunlight, it could work.
Maybe at 24 volts. Once it gets down to 13 volts, probably not so much. But yeah,
But
I like that 60-watt panel.
yeah, it's a great panel. Um, the legs on the 60-watt panel hold it up fine. When I watched
Mm-hmm.
Jason with the 4 panels, they
Yeah,
kind of slop.
it's a little wonky.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, that was probably mine out at field day.
Mm-hmm.
I think Jason was using the 60-watt. Dennis in
Uh,
the chat, what's up, buddy?
yeah, I'm catching up with the chat right now. Let's see, Wild Cascadia, my biggest fan. Thank you for joining.
Oh yeah, buddy.
And
Oop.
you want to know how Tank Radio does a backyard activation? I don't think this picture got posted. You
Let's
ready?
find out.
Bam.
Oh, nice.
That
Was that
was
turkey
lunch.
legs?
It was a turkey quarter, a thigh and a
Oh
leg,
wow.
and then sauteed veggies and some whiskey and a cigar.
Wow.
I made a
That's
contact with the
fantastic.
drumstick in hand.
Jarrett Green built a bigger geek 236 amp
Oh,
hour life post. Jarrett, you got to email me some pictures of that, dude.
yeah.
That is fantastic.
So I spent both yesterday and today in the backyard hunting, and the G-90 with 20 watts. When it gets out, it's great. And it's a great
Yeah.
radio. It's a great lightweight radio. Fiddling with the buttons, I think I started to figure out some of the. It's not notch filters or something. There's another button that far.
Definitely no notch filter on that radio.
No, actually, I think you can notch it on there. This
There
button right
you
here,
can
the
change the
PRE,
bandwidth. Uh-huh.
the PRE
That's a
button.
preamp and an attenuator.
Yes.
So that
Um,
will
I use that a lot.
yeah,
Um,
that'll kind of take the incoming signal and amplify it with the preamplifier,
Mm-hmm.
or it will, if you got like a really smoking hot signal, you can attenuate it
I was
and lower it
attenuating
down. But
everything just because it was a kind of a
hmm.
S5-ish noise floor in the backyard.
Oh, okay.
And if I didn't do that, all I was hearing is really static, and it was just
Yeah.
loud static.
Yep.
So I was playing with that, but what you are very familiar with the G90? I believe that's what is in your Go box, correct?
Correct.
Um,
Which I
so
which I just so happen to have.
oh, sweet. Love it. I love
That's
it.
it. Yeah.
I was mostly on just 20 meters.
Yeah.
Playing. I jumped up to 40 a little bit. Adam's antenna does work on 40. It's a great antenna. I didn't have it wind out all the way. I did about halfway, and I believe he has a mark at 20 meters that you can stop
Hmm.
unwinding it. If you want 40, you can wind it more to get the better match. But
Oh, that sounds like work.
it it was great
Adam, what
still.
antenna is that? You got to post it in the chat. I'm curious. Maybe
Um,
it's not a 49-1 then.
no, it has a counterpoist,
Yeah.
and
It could be.
here it is.
I
Here's a
don't know.
picture of it.
I
Uh,
saw that in the Discord,
mm-hmm.
but that's different than the one that I've got that he said. The one he sent me a couple years ago is it has a counterpoise too, but it's the 9-1 on the BNC.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen what that is on wrap, so I don't know.
I don't know what all is in the magicness. I'm learning antennas. That is a goal
Yeah.
of mine. I'm going to be doing soon. Um, but it has a counterpoise to it and a long cable for the antenna.
So random wire with a 9-1, about 85 feet, fully strung out. Jeez.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So yeah, so you don't need to string it out all the way. That makes
Okay.
sense.
I did
Don was
try
gonna
for.
work me for Don. I was at the park for like an hour and a half. Bands were terrible today for me. I was running QRP with the DX Commander, and
Mhm.
I made 25 contacts in like an hour and 20
Mhm.
minutes. I was like, "Is this thing on?"
Adam says halfway, and I assume that was the little mark he put on the antenna. Is
Yeah,
also good for 40 and up.
yeah, makes sense.
I did tune it when it was at that mark, and it tuned beautifully. It was a little higher than a 1-to-1, but it tuned great. And
Yeah.
I just didn't hear a lot of people calling CQ POTA on the area I could get. I was getting a lot of the West Coast, and I was barely dabbling
Hmm.
in the East Coast. Um, Colorado got 2 Colorado stations fairly fine.
Nice.
California came in great, but no one was podiing for California.
There's not a lot of parks on the air stations in California.
What? I'm
They're all
sitting there.
climbing mountains.
Where's all the West Coast stations? Okay, it is 11 o'clock, so that's 8 o'clock now or 9 o'clock. They should be up. Come on, people.
Yeah, I get a lot of not a lot, but I get quite a few hunters from California, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've seen too many activators in
Mm-hmm.
California. But maybe I've heard some people say it's tough getting over the mountains, like if you're in LA or
Mm-hmm.
South California, SoCal. I think the kids call it. Maybe I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But that could make sense because the mountains would mean you'd just be burning clouds there at that point. So.
So, guess who was my first contact on HF? That was the big tweet that everyone saw.
Gosh, I feel I saw that too. I can't remember.
Charlie, Red Summits.
Oh yeah. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah. He at the time, I was not a great ham steward of the bands. He was calling for park to park stations like 3 times in a row. But every time he was doing a
Yeah.
regular contact, he was slammed. So I said, "Screw it."
Oh, that was yesterday. Yeah.
Yes, that was yesterday.
Yeah. The days are
So I
just
said,
blending.
"Screw it," and I threw my call out there, and he's like, "Cool it. What's your park?" I'm like, "I'm not a park to park, Charlie. I just wanted the contact."
That's awesome. Yeah, I got him yesterday too. I was at home on the very rare occasion that I actually fire my internet up at home.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my internet connection's unstable. My computer's telling me. Good old Suddenlink.
Adam says it's easy to get over those mountains if you're on top of them.
Yes. Well, you've already done all the work. You are literally over the mountain.
Yep. Yep.
You're looking down on all us little
And
people.
you're above all that noise floor below you. You're probably way far away. So yeah,
that's
man.
the great thing about going portable. Even POTA, I mean, unless you're in a park that's got a lot of power lines near it, the noise floor is just non-existent.
I'm gonna say I'm thankful I did the shakedown here before going to any park. The bag of adapters, I got that thing out like 4 times. Oh, I need this thing. Oh, I don't need that thing, and I put it away. And then, oh, I need that thing. Wait, I only have one of that thing. Where is that thing? Where's the barrel adapter? Oh,
yeah.
oh, it's
Plus, it's
on
just
the line somewhere.
That does 2 things at least. But one, you get comfortable taking your station portable and learning what you need and what you don't need, and what you can,
Yes.
the minimum that you need to get your station on the air.
Mm-hmm.
The other is it's just fun to be outside, to just bring your gear outside and be battery powered, for me anyway.
All
and just
day,
be totally
all
off
day.
grid.
Yesterday I was outside. Today, a good part of the morning and afternoon, I was outside.
Yep.
It was great. Plus, it was beautiful in Texas today. Beautiful.
Yeah.
You couldn't ask for better weather. Blah.
Yep. Yeah, it was gorgeous.
But yeah, I know if you're a ham radio operator, a true ham radio operator is like, oh, I need that adapter, and you pull out a bag this big and you're thumbing through. And when you have one thing, that means you need to order 5 more.
Yeah.
I figured out. I'm like, I have one of these. I need to order 5 more because I will lose them, or I put it on, bring it to field day, put it on the antenna, and never claim it. And
well, now you found a use for that thing. So when you need another one of those things, well, you can't take it off of because you're already using it on this thing.
Yes.
So you need to have 3 or 4 as spares, because you just never know. You can literally never have too many adapters. So yeah, don't ever just buy one adapter. Even if you think I'm only going to need one, buy at least 3.
Yes.
5 is really better. But it's like, when I first discovered power poles, I bought like a 25 pack, and I'm like, oh, this'll last me forever. Like, I don't need, what am I going to use 25 power poles? Yeah, I burned through those almost instantly. And now I'll usually buy at least 50 or so at a time, and I've got a drawer full of them now.
No, what's hard? The boots. Finding the boots for the power poles, the little black cover.
No, those things are easy.
I can only find them in one place.
They're called like flame retardant boots or something like that. like why you would need that part of it to be flame retardant? If something's on fire, your whole wire is going to be melting.
It saves it.
It's just a little bit of strain relief is the only time I use them. I kind of don't like having them on, but
oh really?
Sometimes, like, I've got them on some things.
It feels like I can grab the connector and the wire at the same shot, and when I pull it, I don't feel guilty for pulling it by the wire.
Well, you shouldn't pull it by the wire.
Oh, I know, but I just feel, I don't know. It's silly. I know. I grab it and I feel like I got both of them.
I grab it and half the time they slide off the power pole, and it's like, I could just grab the damn power pole and be done with it, but yeah, whatever.
I do need to buy more. I actually, it's not Tanner's anymore. What's the electronics store in Mansfield? Moore's? Mauser Electronics. I put together a cart. Okay. You're new to Texas. Mauser's big. I put together a cart online, and I had Polaroids. I had the wire clip-on Polaroids, and I had a awesome bundle of things. I was like, yes, I will need this stuff. And I had power poles, and I found the boot for the power poles. Yes, this is everything. $50. Whatever. I'll get this. Waited 3 weeks. What's going on? I pull up the cart, never finished checked out. And everything was sold out. I was like, damn.
My internet cut out, so I heard everything but the very important parts of what you just said.
Oh, 3 weeks went by.
Things were in your car. Oh, 3 weeks.
3 weeks went by.
Jeez.
I never saw the package. I went back and I logged back in. It says, "You still have a cart. Do you want to finish checking out?" Bless it. And I go there. 3 out of the
Oh
5
man.
items sold out. They,
Oh wow.
no date for them to return. So I
Don't
gave
you
up.
have just your credit card info stored in your computer so you can just?
I did. I probably did not
Oh,
hit the
what a
last
bummer.
button. Tell it to go.
What a bummer. Yeah, there's
Uh,
like confirm, and then it's like, do you really want to
yeah.
confirm?
So
Yeah,
at that point, I got deflated,
that
and I was like,
sucks.
I'll just buy these later. Then I saw them at uh the Hamfest Belton, and they were overcharging. I was like, man, I just need to go
Yeah.
back to Mauser.
Yeah. I was gonna get some connectors at Belton, and I was like,
Jason Mauser, it's Mauser.
Gaming Ham asks, what's your opinion on a Retevis RT95? I don't have one. I don't know what a Retevis RT95 is. I'm sorry.
You're asking. Yeah, I'm the wrong guy to ask specific stuff like
I
that. I'm
assume
getting
that's
there.
that's an HT.
It
But I
looks
don't know.
a mobile dual band radio.
Mm.
Um,
Can you plop it on the screen there for the kids?
yeah, I'll do it this
And
way.
someone stole Don's VHF antenna off his car.
What?
Who does that? Who does that?
Honestly, I've been waiting for mine to go, and it's never left. So here is the dual band radio.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've seen that. I've not used that, but
Mm-hmm.
$119.
It says dual receive. Oh,
I
okay.
feel Jason's probably done a video on something like that.
It doesn't.
There's a
doubt me.
few of those I think that are branded differently. I mean, they're all the same radio, but
25 watts though. Usually mobile radios are 50.
not always.
Are you sure? I felt like every mobile radio I look at was 50 watts.
I'm not just sure. I'm HIV positive. This, let me get rid of this green screen crap. Let's go with none. That right there. Oh, you're not showing me.
No, okay, yeah. Here,
Whenever
boom,
you go,
you're back.
This right here is the TYT 8600. And this is a dual band. It's a cool little radio. It'll only receive one. It's like a Bofang. It'll only receive one side at a time. But this is 25 watts. It's waterproof.
Does the faceplate remove?
No. No. I mean, the thing is, look how small this thing is. You know, it's nothing. But it's actually got a pretty decent sized screen. It's got a nice like Kenwood style hand mic. So I like this. This used to be my couch radio when I was in Michigan. I haven't.
So is that also meant to be kind of like portable? Put it in your backpack because look at that. Hold up. It's like your hand. It's as big as the hand.
Hang on. Let me get a. I'm not doing the scale justice.
How
do we measure things, boys and girls?
By Baofangs.
By Baofangs, right? So. It's basically one Baofeng high.
One in a sliver. Yep.
One in a sliver. As far as thickness.
That is wow.
And then.
Yeah. Two Baofangs wide.
Yeah, it's about 2 Baofangs wide, not even.
Yeah. Okay,
yeah,
that is a nifty little radio.
Yeah. This is a cool radio. I like this a lot. I like this a whole lot. And like I said, it's waterproof, so and it's cheap. I think I got this from Adams Electronics in Wixom, Michigan, and he sells TYTs. And I think he sells these for like $100, where they're probably about 120, 130 online that I've seen. But like these are for like, so if you have like an RV, like an off-road kind of vehicle, you don't have to worry about this getting, wet or anything. See, there's the IP67. Now, I've not tested this like I did with that Radiodity bag.
I saw that video. That was great.
Thank you. But yeah, that's a cool radio. So that's a 25 watt mobile VHF UHF radio.
I doubt that, JC. He says he's lighting a cigar. I doubt that you're lighting a cigar. Maybe a
Why would he not be
cigarette. He's at
lighting?
the
Why
lease,
would he
man.
not be lighting a cigar?
He's at the lease.
That's
He's
that's
that's
the
this is
place where you
his
would light a
haven for
cigar.
smoking cigarettes out there.
Well, or anytime he's near me. Not
Y-
anymore.
Yeah, man, I am super proud of you for 3 weeks, man. That's awesome. For quitting for 3 weeks.
Rob Ferguson, he
Mm-hmm.
goofed up using his Hammers app, and all his QSOs have the same time. Will POTA
Oh,
still accept my log? No.
you
I don't think
gotta
so anyway. I think time is one of those things that
tweak the
matters.
time a bit just so they don't show up on the same one. Guess what's coming
Yeah.
up on tomorrow on my channel? I show you how to fix the hammer logs. I go in there, I open them up, we look at the columns, figure out what column does what, and we fix my logs because my logs are all jacked up. And if I could get my logs fixed and submitted, so can you. If I had Steve was walking
Funny
me
we're
through this.
talking about hammers though, because I had an issue with hammers tonight.
Oh
Or
no.
today. I was logging on my 15.4-inch MacBook Pro with Retina display.
Uh-huh.
And I had this part isn't the issue with hammers, but it was a park to park, and the map put him all the way out in like France.
Mm-hmm.
He was somewhere in the Midwest. I don't care about that part, but I put his call in again to check it,
Mm-hmm.
and it will not let me delete the dupe.
What?
Will not happen. Nope.
I'll just go back and just delete it out of the logs after you download it.
You can't delete it.
You can delete it if you download the log and then edit it.
I have to email the log to myself, put it in my other logging software, delete it, export the ADIF, and then send it off. I mean, it's an easy 5 seconds fix, but
it's annoying.
I can't just send it from my computer.
I know. It's annoying.
Well, my only issue is because I suck. Yes, I do, Jason. I'm sorry. I'll try to not suck so much.
Wow. Well, we're live. We made time to come to you on stream, and he decided to play something that's not radio related. So
he's playing
who's
Kill
really
Bambi
sucking now?
But he's playing with guns, so that's pretty cool. He's probably using an AR-15.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he hunts with an AR-15, doesn't he?
Mm-mm.
No?
No, he has a bolt action.
A bolt action AR-15? I didn't know those existed.
No, he has a bolt action rifle. That's not the AR platform. Making me show my true colors here.
Is it the AK? The bolt action AK?
You're making my head hurt. You know better than that.
I know. And I do love the Hammers app. I've been making it a point to plug hammers in every single one of my videos that I'm doing HF in. So for two reasons, really. The first reason is I'm sick of people asking what logging software I use. So I'm like putting it right in the center of the screen. www.hammers.app. Because I've taken the camera and I'm like, here's my MacBook, or here's my back when I was using the iPad. My iPad's too old, it doesn't support it, which is fine.
Mm-hmm.
Like, here's my iPad, I'm using Hamlog, and then I'm like, I'm using hammers, and people still ask. So
well, it's like the
other
video.
reason is because it's such a great bit of software.
Well, the video that you showed me how to export my logs and
Mm-hmm.
upload them. Well, we got asked 3 times during that video what logging software we use, and that was by people at the lease.
Wasn't that literally the name of the video?
No, it was like how to export your logs, POTA logs.
I wonder if we actually mentioned what software we're using. Was that edited out?
No, it got on there every time. Hammers.
45 Auto asks, Mike, since you've quit smoking, can you taste your food again? I never stopped tasting my food. That's why I'm so fat.
They ask the same thing about me when I eat habaneros. Are you tasting anything? I'm like, yes, it's a very fruity flavor.
You're tasting all the death.
It's amazing.
That is. Mike, you should hose everything you review from now on. No, I don't think so. Henry Adventure Guy.
What was that?
Henry Adventure Guy said I should hose everything I review from now on because I hosed down that
Oh.
that backpack.
Hey man, it'll be a great segment. People love it.
I legit did not test the waterproofness of that bag, and I had my X5105 in there, the amplifier, everything in there, my iPad. That was
What?
all.
Wait, you
That
you
was
truly
all
did
in the
that?
bag. Oh yeah. Oh
Because
yeah.
I did a bag, waterproof bag, and I had my friends' kids squirt me down with the hose, and the only thing was
Yeah.
in there was candy, and I
Yeah.
gave to them.
Nope.
And
I had about there's probably about
oh, you had
$1,500 worth of stuff in there. Yep.
steaks,
Yep.
true steaks.
Yep.
Ooh, I just thought of a gag, but I'm totally gonna do this. I'm telling you now. Next time I do a video like that, I'm gonna say there's stakes in this game. There are true stakes. If this bag gets wet, it's gonna ruin something. And then we do the test, and I pull out stakes, and then we're gonna throw them on the grill.
Yeah. I hopefully will get at least 3 hours notification beforehand so I can be there.
Yes. I lit up the grill today.
Doesn't take that long to get to
No, from
Dallas.
Huntsville. Ooh.
Yeah, that ain't a big deal.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you, Don. That was a very honest review, yes. It holds all your gear, but it ain't gonna keep it dry.
Mm-hmm. Cool, man.
Yeah,
well,
so that was fun.
Yep.
It was only Chinese electronics in there other than my iPad. But honestly, my iPad is it's legit a first gen iPad mini that I got in like 2012. I won it at work, so I didn't even pay for it.
Who pays for
so
Apple
like
stuff?
it's so I do. They have thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars of my money. And I'm happy to give it to them. But like I don't even use I can't even use it to just like read the news anymore. It's so old and slow. Nothing is supported on it anymore because it's just outdated. So I don't even really care. And I have like an iPad 3, the first iPad like with Retina display. I got that in like 2010, 2011, something like that. So my iPads
And Radio Venture Guy. I was freaking out in reference of you hosing it down. Man, that is some true. Did you mean to do that, or did you just forget everything was in there and then you hosed it down?
No, I packed the bag up and I brought it outside and I turned on the hose. I did that on purpose.
I just threw. I had a blanket. No, I had my bag. It wasn't big.
Hey,
it was
they
a
advertise
towel.
it as waterproof.
Ooh.
And
Ouch.
everything in there was Zygoos. So if anything got ruined, I'd call and say, "Hey guys, I just reviewed this backpack for you, and you broke my electronics. So I'll need a new amp. I'll need a new X5105."
You had a plan.
Yeah, and they probably would have said, "Well, sorry, it get bent, but."
Oh, that's awesome.
You gotta live on the edge sometimes.
Well, I am looking forward to. I don't know what weekend it will be, but I will be going out and I'll be lighting up my first POTA by myself. And I don't know if I'm going to take the solar panel out or not. It's kind of big and
bulky. You don't
bulky.
need it. How big's that battery you have? That 9 amp
amp
hour? Is
hour?
that what that? Yeah, you don't need that. You don't need a solar panel.
For an hour or two? No. I am going to put it into my backpack I bought for our backpacking trip, the big Osprey bag. And I'm going to go for an actual hike. I'm not going to get out there and, car, table. Yay! I'm going to go out there and I'm going to get on the tallest mountain we have here in Texas, the little molehill down there.
Oh, you're going to the soda I just did?
Yeah.
604 feet elevation?
Yeah. Where's that? We have that?
It's in East Texas. I literally just did a video.
I'm at 600 feet here.
Yeah, but you're not on a soda.
No, because everything's 600 feet here in Dallas.
It's around, what's the city called? Jasper or something. It's almost due east of me. Slightly north, but mostly due east. It's almost to the Louisiana line. And it's legit a summit in East Texas.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a summit. It's called something, whatever the town is, HP. HP stands for High Point. And it's like 600 and where we were still within the activation zone, but we weren't actually like standing on I doubt there's a geodetic survey thing, however you say that word. But there's a couple antenna towers there, so we stayed away from that. But why is your picture so much better tonight?
Because
Probably
it's
because I'm
on
not wearing my
Tank
glasses.
Radio, of course.
Uh, I'm
What?
not. I'm not wearing my glasses. We talked about this on Friday. I look better when I'm
Yeah.
not wearing my glasses.
Mm-hmm.
So I know
Well,
Cascadia's out there. Hopefully, you're doing okay.
hey there.
I think I saw Dixie DX earlier.
Yeah, she was in. She was in.
A couple
Um,
females in the chat. If you need me to grow, put my glasses back on. If you calm me down.
I said I was going to do LASIK years ago, but I never did. Houston's a
Yeah.
lower elevation than we are, Frank. Thank you, Don. Yes, they're
Yes.
about 400 feet.
I was at, I think, 918 in
Mm-hmm.
Michigan, or
Mm-hmm.
980 or something, somewhere in the 900s.
I'm tipping my hat, but I'm going to go to what the biggest thing we have in our area that we consider a mountain, and I'm going to go activate that.
Well, that's where you and Jason were at the hunting lease when you did that.
No, that was a outcrop or a
Oh,
bluff or a plateau. Um,
you certainly were bluffing.
yes, we were. Did you see Chuck's video on response? I think it was Chuck. I hope I'm saying it right. But he went up to a video and literally soda and called Jason and said, "Hey man, this is not that hard." Then he spliced us in. And we're sitting out there. We're like, why do people say this so hard? And then Jason gets the call. He's like, I'm out here in a soda. It's not that hard. And there's snow literally all around him. It was perfect. It was a great
Nice.
video. I
I'll
loved
have
it.
to search for that. That's funny.
But I'm looking forward to doing that. Possum Kingdom. Ooh, that's not that far. I could go to Possum Kingdom.
Man, every time I hear that, I think of that stupid Toadies song.
What?
Possum Kingdom.
I'm not. I don't know the song.
Yeah, it's before your time. There's a really crappy band from the 90s called the Toadies.
Uh-huh.
And they have a song called Possum Kingdom.
Uh-huh.
Don't listen to this song.
I was going to pull it up so I could hear what it is, but then I remembered my desktop audio is piped in and I don't want to.
Just
wait,
bad.
I'm not even monetized yet, so.
Just don't. You don't want to hear the song. It's like,
uh-huh.
Let's get the I Saw the Sign by Ace of Base stuck in everyone's head. You're welcome.
I am Googling it, and the Google is queued, and it will be done as soon as it's done. Kingdom. Woo! But I made a fair number of contacts out there this weekend. It was great. There were two contacts that I made. Well, I gave my call sign, and the comeback was KG5AHJ Tank Radio. I was like, yes! And I didn't even do my call this weekend. They did it.
So you were just hunting POTA, and they came back with Tank
two
Radio?
stations came back. I think one of them was off camera, and the other one I might have on camera. And it was literally KG5AHJ Tank Radio. I was like,
wow.
Ah!
So Brian88GI asks, what's wrong with the Toadies? Well, nothing other than their music. It sucks. I'm sure they're great people, though, you know.
Uh-huh.
But hey, I mean, they made it farther than I did. I never became a rock star, so.
Mike, KD2SXD said he came in from a POTA adventure this weekend or today and missed you.
He did. A lot of people miss me. And the thing, I could see a lot of stations, but I started off on 20, then I went to 17, then I went to 40, then I went back to 20.
Mm-hmm.
And it was rough. It was rough. And then Jerry, KB2, I can't remember his freaking call sign, KB2 IOF. Jerry, what's your call sign? I'm sorry. He's in the chat. He came by and he was doing, he was going to activate. So I was literally like about to get in my car and drive out. And he stopped by and said, hey, Mike. And I was like, oh, hey, what are you doing? He's like, I'm about to activate. I'm like, all right, well, I'll come follow you because he's doing CW.
Uh-huh.
And I'm kind of getting that CW itch. So I wanted to hang out with him. He and I did an activation together a week or so ago today. Jerry Green, there he is.
Mm-hmm.
And he was doing CW, so we hooked up the 1010 as NFET half wave, and he had his X5105, but he wanted to use the 705
Mm-hmm.
because he's like, who doesn't want the
Know
705?
who I did not see this weekend was surprisingly absent?
Who?
And wait, N8YO. I was looking for him. And I think his area was coming in. And I had to pick it out from the bottom of the bands, but I could hear his area. I did not see him. I was looking for him.
Yeah, I
I
haven't
was
seen him
looking for
spotted
him.
either. He might not have been out. I think he's busy now with work. So anyway, so Jerry's doing CW. So I'm like, well, I want to go just be around CW in an activation. Just like I didn't understand. I heard, the 73s and the UR 599 and all. I can decode some of it, but I'm just trying to immerse myself. So I've been at night when I go to bed, I'll put on like some of Thomas Witherspoon's videos. One, because they're great, and I really like his channel. But two, he doesn't edit them really at all, so they're really long. So like I watch the videos, but then I'll like fall asleep while they're on, and like as I kind of turn over and close my eyes and stuff, I'm hearing CW in my head, and I'm like, okay, so I'm picking up like the the B's and the K's, the BK at the end. I'm kind of just getting familiar with the way that a CW contact goes for Poda anyway. Certainly not rag chewing. That's not going to happen. But that's kind of what I'm doing now.
So you're pretty good though doing CW. You know of
sending, yes.
Yeah.
On a straight key and a paddle, I've been told that I can send quite well. It's the receiving that, and I think everybody has this problem. It's very easy to learn, at least it was for me anyway, very easy to learn the alphabet and the numbers. And I've started on a straight key, pounding that out, and I made some contacts with, I think Dennis and I have a CW contact in the logs at some point, and I know Adam and I do, because we're all Jerry Net buddies, and back in the day, we'd get on and be like, "Hey, let's try some CW," and I was like, "All right, let's do it." It was back in my breaking DMR days.
So
I've had keys for years, and I've known how to like send, but now that I have the 705, I'm like, all right, my station is really small. I can get on the air very quickly, and N8YO is kind of the reason for this. I have this little tiny 3D printed key that I got from CW Morse a few years ago. It's a straight key. This little tiny Camelback key. It's great. Hey, Dennis says, can confirm. K8MRD sending is solid.
Yeah.
But much like in real life, I don't listen to anything. I'm like, what? So I put this straight key in my bag because I programmed the A button on the hand mic for the 705 to be my key. You can't use the PTT, unfortunately. You got to program one of the buttons to just key up CW on the 705.
I got one. Yes, thank you for not super chat, the buy me a beer. Thank you very much for not dancing. I'll just do you a tank radio without removing Mike's eardrums again.
Mike Kenner Connect is good people. So I worked Mike. I've got two CW park to parks with N8YO from the hand mic, just literally with my finger pushing the button, going da 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 da, and that's cool. And I was like, well, shit, I'll put my straight key in there. Then I was like, I kind of like, so I'm watching Charlie's videos and I'm watching Christian Claiborne's videos, all the CW guys, Adam, all them. But Charlie's videos, he's doing this series. He started this like probably 6 weeks or so ago, the series on these portable CW paddles. So I binge watched all of those like twice. And I'm like, I need one of these tiny little paddles, but so many of them are so expensive. They're in the hundreds of dollars. I'm like, I don't want to spend that much. So there were these two cheapo ones on eBay for like $25. One was 3D printed, one was molded plastic. So I ordered the 3D printed one, came in as the molded plastic one, returned that, ordered another one, came in as the same crap. So I'm like, all right, I'm done with this Chinese eBay crap.
Yep.
I ordered a paddle from CW Morse on I think Friday night, and I don't know when it's going to ship here, but I'm really excited for that. Can you save a CW memory keyed on the 705? Yes. The 705 is the same darn thing as the 7300 and the 9700 and the 7610. They're all, I mean, obviously the VHF UHF part is different, but I mean it's literally exactly the same menus from the 7300 to the 705.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you can do all that stuff.
Kind of getting back to the radio, man. Do you have any tips and trips for me for using the G-90? At
Mm,
sometimes I found it kind of hard to get the signals out, and the
it
attenuating
is.
was great because it just cut out all the noise, and I knew it dropped the audio level, but it
Mm-hmm.
just sounded like I can hear them better. Is there a step between the attenuator and no attenuator, or can I tune it around just because?
um,
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm probably not the best person to ask this because I don't on any of my radios. I don't use attenuation. I don't use preamps. I'm just kind of barefoot and
Mhm.
raw dogging it.
Mhm.
Um, please paddle me, Mike, or put your glass.
We don't need to read that one. Fun.
I'm
I'm gonna
glad
leave it in the
you're
chat because it's
I'm
funny.
glad you're in the chat and not here. No, that's great. So attenuation
Mhm.
just brings everything down equally.
Mhm.
I believe I
Yeah.
could be
It,
complete.
it kind of it kind of sounded like that.
So I mean that might help because you're reducing the just all that background noise. That's kind of the one thing about the G90 that I've said a million times. I
Mhm.
wish it had noise reduction and I wish it had a notch filter.
Mhm.
Um, because it gets
Because I use
after a
that
couple
preamp.
hours,
Mhm.
you start to get this ear fatigue of just
Yeah.
for 90, 120 minutes, right? So the attenuation, I mean, might help with that. Um, I mean, I guess the short answer would be no. There probably isn't a way, but you might could. So if you push in that bottom left button, I think it's that button
Mhm.
where you can adjust the bandwidth, where it says 2400 right now.
Mhm.
You can widen or narrow
Mhm.
that.
Mhm.
So that might help just pull out some of the or get rid of some of the lower frequencies and just focus on the mids
Mhm.
and the highs of their voice.
Mhm.
So that might help. But I mean, it is a very, very bare bones radio. Um, I really don't know why it's as popular as it is, other than probably the.
Mhm.
Oh, look at that.
Thank you, thank you. I'm gonna read all of the everyone that bought me a beer at the end of the stream, but thank you very much. I also saw TC Fitz is in there and Lance Hopper. Thank you very much. I don't have it on
Um,
this card.
yeah. So some of the guys are saying turn down the RF gain. That could help. Matt A4MQ when we were on Lake Michigan, he was doing that a lot with his Elecraft.
Mm-hmm.
And I've not really mastered that trick at all. But yeah, but I mean, it worked when Matt was doing it. I mean, it's like you couldn't hear him. Turn down the RF gain, there they are. So, but that's comparing an Elecraft to a Zygu. But the principle's probably still very much the same. Other
Where
than
is
that, that's
that
probably it.
button, by the
The
way?
RF gain, you might have to go in the menu.
Okay. It's not a nice one of these because there's notch, what you were talking about earlier. You push that, and then you can spin the dial and notch the sides.
Let me. It's definitely not notch.
Okay.
That's an N and a B, which stands for noise blanker.
Oh. Okay.
So if there's like an ignition noise or something, that would
Mm.
get rid of that.
Mm.
If it's hooked up to your car.
Okay.
Um, where the
Because when
hell
you
is
say
this?
notch, that's what I think of bringing the band in and narrowing your bandwidth.
Hmm. So somehow my RF gain was just on. Oh, I guess if you push the, you might have to assign this. How the hell did I get there? I have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
What did I just push? Oh, I might have programmed my bottom left button to do the RF gain.
Each one of those buttons are almost completely
Oh.
programmable, which is pretty nice about that radio.
So yeah, if you long press that bottom left button,
Mm-hmm.
it'll open up a menu, and
The
you can
bottom
choose
left.
between
Okay,
the
the
bottom
bottom left
left
knob.
knob. Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah, that. So if you long press that, it'll go into a user defined menu
Yes.
where you can change it from power level or key speed or RF gain or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so that's how you do that. And oddly enough, I actually had mine on RF gain.
I kind of kept
Should have saved
mine
that.
on the 100 tuner, where it jumps up and down the bands by 100 versus 10.
You know you
Um,
can push the VFW or the VFO
mhm.
button in, and it'll cycle
Thank
between those.
you, another beer. Yeah, I love it. Take radio. I'm not going to scream each time in respect for my guests, but if it was just me, I would give a big old shout. Um, Yeah, if you push that, it changes it, but it's kind of annoying. I was hoping I can move that to a 10 spot so I can fiddle faster up and down and then jump back. I don't
Hmm.
know. But other
I
than
always
that,
keep mine on usually on so like where yours is on the 230, it's on that 0.
yes.
That's where I keep mine. I just go in 1 kilohertz
Mm-hmm.
cycles usually.
1 kilohertz, which is nice. Then I have the other one at the 100 kilohertz. That just kind of makes it easier to jump up and down, especially while
That
hunting.
it will.
When
Yeah.
hunting, because I'm over here and now I need to go back down to here and then up to
Yeah.
here. I was changing frequencies a lot. Maybe a little too much. I should have waited a while longer, but after you hear static forever, it just sounds like you're just getting more static.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah, but it's a, like I was saying, it's a very basic radio.
hmm
But it's priced accordingly. It is very capable. I mean, I've made lots and lots of contacts on it.
if I
I
remember
use it all the
correctly,
time.
$500, approximately around there.
Not even.
Not even.
It's like 430. I was just on Radiati's website today. It's like
Nice.
$430. Yeah, it's
It and it gets you 20 watts. Nice mobile, as in portable platform. You
yeah.
can take the head off if you want. I don't think the cable came with it. The one I had didn't come with a cable. Um, is
It
the
does come with a
fan?
cable, but it's an old serial cable
Uh huh.
that you would use to hook up like an old VGA monitor to like your Windows 95 computer.
Uh huh.
That's the cable that is used. So I on my Go box, I went on, I think it was eBay, and I got a ribbon cable for it that's much smaller. But I
Mhm.
wouldn't use that to like mount in a car or anything. It's kind of,
Mhm.
I mean, you can, I suppose, but you're going to have this stupid long, ridiculously big cable to talk from the head unit to the body. But yeah, it's certainly a very portable
Okay.
radio.
Rob from the chat is funny. Frank, I think your picture you sold, your screws are loose. Because I just tightened them because I put that on there myself. I didn't
Mm,
notch it down there, but yes, they might be. They're finger tight. They're finger tight. Um,
good enough.
yeah, yeah. And the fan and back, is it really needed? Why does it have that fan?
So the G90 has no cooling other than the heat sinks. So
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people buy that fan thing to keep their radio cool.
Mm-hmm.
I am not part of that camp. And when I built my G90 Go box, so probably 60% of the comments that I got, and it's been a couple years now, so they've definitely slowed down. But for like months after I released that, aren't you worried about heat? Heat, blah blah blah. I'm like, it's not like this is some hermetically sealed box. There's still air flowing through this. And no, I'm not worried about heat. I've ran that G90. It's actually like early winter when I was still in Michigan, probably a couple years ago, and I would go on my lunch break, and I would there was a state park like right next to my store, so I could go on lunch on my lunch hour and activate the park and come back in an hour. And I had the G90 sitting on top of my dashboard right above my steering wheel, and I activated for about a half hour. when I got done, that G90 was so incredibly hot. One, because the sun was just blasting down on it from, underneath the windshield. But two, I'm like operating at a 50% duty cycle because I'm just working a pile up. And that thing was so freaking hot, it legit almost burned my hands. It was hot, not warm, hot, very, very hot. And it survived it. I mean, I've not heard of anyone's G90 overheating. I've not heard any issues whatsoever, really, about anything on the G90. I've heard zero negatives in terms of anything failing. I mean, yes, I bitch about the notch and the noise reduction or the lack thereof, but other than that, nah, I have no concerns whatsoever. So I could care less about heating. It's a solid, rugged radio.
Don brings up a good point. He says he's pretty much melted his power cable doing digital. It might not be a issue on sideband, but with digital, it might be an issue with. And that is a good point. I haven't played with that, so I don't know. It is coming down the pipes. I would love to do digital with this.
Power cable. That's weird that
Well,
the
it's
power.
50
I mean, the
seconds
power cable
transmitting,
is
50 seconds off. It's just
the
solid.
power cable's chintzy as hell on the G90. I mean, it's probably 20 gauge wire, I would guess, something like that. It's thin, but it only draws maybe 5 amps, I would guess.
I wasn't quite looking.
So
on this picture, it's drawing 13. Oh, I don't know the amperage. Sorry, I didn't have a
no, it doesn't draw 13 amps.
No, I see 13 volts.
If your G90 is drawing 13 amps, something's wrong with it. A couple guys are using the 1010 antenna.
Nice.
I was just using that today. That thing is awesome. That antenna is very, very capable. Do you have a KM4 ACK fit half wave? You need one of those if you don't.
KN4 CK? Yes. That is a project that Jason and I have been intending to build, and we had to reschedule it twice. So
I mean, it literally takes like a half hour to build it.
I know.
Not hard.
I know.
I did it.
We were going to
my first Toroid.
And the first time we got on, like, cool. We have all our setup, cameras are on, record buttons done. Where is the instruction set? It's a video. We can't make a video of watching a video.
I did.
So let's reconvene.
I watched Jason's build video to learn how to build mine.
Well, yes, that's what we're going to do. We're watching the video and we're taking notes to build it. So we can't just say, pause, hold on.
No, that's what editing is for. Well, yeah, if you're doing a live stream, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we kicked it down, and then I think there was scheduling conflict, so we had to kick the bucket again. And we need to get it done. And Jason's about to go out of town next week. A week after that, he has a nice trip planned, getting away trip. So this is not a radio trip, and I think his lovely wife might let him bring a radio for a day or two, but he's gonna be enjoying the beaches where he's going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I know where he's going, and I would definitely bring a radio. I would not ask my wife. I would rather ask forgiveness.
Well,
like wife, it just fell in the beach bag. I don't know.
His wife is a general now, so she should be wanting to get on those parks too.
Yeah.
Top of the mountain. Was underneath. Let's set up a radio.
I thought you put it there, honey. I don't know.
Hey, while we're here, let's key up. Let's make some contacts.
How did that antenna get all the way up in that tree? That's crazy.
It
must have been one of the little local boys panhandling for money. I'll put your antenna up for you, sir.
So
look, I'm drinking whiskey.
Do I even want to show this?
The urge to smoke is really not there. It was yesterday. I had the same whiskey. I had a glass.
Congrats.
And God, I wanted to smoke. But today I'm a little better.
Congrats. I am proud of you, Mike. I really am. Yeah, so I started here on the stream. I'm down a quarter.
Wait, you started this stream?
Yes.
Holy crap. I haven't even seen you take a drink. You drank that much in this stream?
Yes, it was about half full.
Wow. I started like here,
Mm-hmm.
and now I'm there.
So I think Joe said when he was watching me live on I think your stream, none of the clubhouse guys can keep up with me because
Yeah.
yeah.
That's what
That's
are you just drinking it straight?
yes, of course. Just pour it into my Frank glass, and
I have not seen you take a single sip this whole time.
we can go
Of course, I've
back.
been watching the chat a lot too,
Yeah,
but
I appreciate that.
see, AJ just quit 18 years ago and he could smoke right now. See?
No, don't.
Yeah.
The
There you
people
go,
who
Johnny.
quit
Light up.
smoking are had the willpower 100 times greater than mine. You put a basket of chips in front of me, that will be gone so fast. I can't control myself around chips and French fries, and I don't know how you can quit smoking. And I have so much respect for people who quit
It's
cold
hard.
turkey.
It's hard.
It
It's
is.
it's not hard. Like I legit woke up Monday morning and I'm like, this 3 weeks. It'll be 3 weeks tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to smoke anymore, and I didn't. I have not. And the shitty thing, whoops, well, you're not monetized.
Not monetized yet.
The crappy thing is, like Sunday night, I went to the store and bought a pack of smokes. So I
Mm-hmm.
still have that unopened pack of cigarettes, and they're like freaking $9.50 or so. They're stupid expensive.
Just put them
And it's like,
away.
man, I should have smoked them at least.
No, put
My
them.
money's worth out of them.
You know, did they go stale? I honestly don't know this. This is an honest
Yes,
question. Did they go? They
yes,
do. Even if you keep them in the pack
I'm
unopened.
sure. Yeah. I mean, I've bought new packs that tasted stale. They just taste funny and
Okay.
off.
Because I was
And
going
you
to say, you
still,
just put them away. Winter field day will come, and just give them to Jason when he wants one. Give him the stale pack.
well, that's the only pack I'm gonna have. So there's actually that pack, and then probably like a half a pack that was opened. And I
Mm-hmm.
literally I threw them in the back of my car. They're still sitting there. I need to clean my car out. So, but no, I don't care about chips. That doesn't really bother me.
Cool.
I did buy some Halloween candy though, not for
Oh
the kids, but for myself.
nope.
And yeah, it was all like Reese's stuff. So there was like Reese's peanut butter cups, Reese's those Take 5 things with the pretzel. Oh my god,
Mm-hmm.
those things are awesome. And then like some Mr. Goodbar, some Hershey's and almond bars, and then some Payday. Paydays suck. It's just nuts and caramel or something.
Mm-hmm.
No chocolate, but oh my god,
Chocolate
I
doesn't.
destroyed that bag.
All right, I'm going to say now there's three things I have no willpower on: chips, French fries, chocolate.
Chocolate
There
dipped
is
chips.
no chocolate in my house. There's no snack foods in my house. I'm honestly down and started losing weight again for myself. I'm doing the
Good.
keto diet. I did break it yesterday, but it was my friend's anniversary. We went out and
Your
enjoyed the
friend's
night.
anniversary?
Yeah, so we were
Like your
celebrating.
anniversary of being friends,
No,
or
my friend's wedding anniversary. We went to Foco de Chao here in Dallas, and we went to a
wait
couple
a
of
minute,
bars
people
afterwards.
socialize with other people on their wedding anniversary? I feel that's
Yes.
more of like an intimate thing.
No, that's later than night. You go out that day and enjoy the friends, and then they're like, "Deuces,
Hmm.
we're leaving early because ha ha." And
Very nice.
yeah,
I've never been married, so I don't know.
yeah, same
And
here.
I don't have any friends, so I don't go out. This is it.
Oh,
You're all my virtual friends. Don
yeah.
hates chocolate. Oh my
Ouch,
gosh.
Dawn.
He probably eats white chocolate, the not chocolate chocolate.
Frank
Reese's
can
is
have
one of
cheat
the
days.
4 Halloween food groups. It is.
Cheat days on the keto diet don't work because it takes you 3 days to get back into the groove. So it really hurts you to do it. But I had a beer, and then after I had the beer, I had something else. I had a couple of nibbles of bread because I was already drinking bread by having the beer. So I said, screw it, I'm going to
Yeah,
have
why
some
not?
bread.
Bread is
Um,
so good.
hmm
Carbs are just the most delicious things on the face of the earth.
I love pasta. I love
Why
bread,
can't why can't anything that
tortillas,
tastes good be good for you?
bread,
Like pizza.
chips.
Why can't broccoli be loaded with calories
Ah,
and carrots
uh-huh.
and cauliflower and
Mhm.
kale Why can't pizza and steak and Snickers bars and man, peanut butter Twix are what's up though.
Mm-hmm.
Why can't
Wait,
that be?
peanut butter Twix? They make that? Or you put peanut butter on a
Have
Twix?
not found one in a long time. I was actually the whole trip to and fro Huntsville. I was every time we stopped in the gas station because I was talking to Jason about him. He's like, I've never had one. I'm like, oh, dude, I'm gonna get when we go into this gas station, grab some. Nobody has them. Like, I don't know if they stopped making them, but yes, peanut butter Twix at least were a thing. So instead of caramel, it was peanut butter inside of it. Oh, so good.
Ah, we see a Shane. Thank you for joining. I know you're probably sneaking on your phone. You said you are working today. A
Instead
long
of
double.
landing planes safely, he's watching
Oh,
Tank
he
Radio.
doesn't do the landing of the planes. He gets people on the plane.
Whatever. Same difference.
Oh,
He's like, how long would you like your line today? 3 or 4 hours?
yeah, that's about right. That's about right. I think we have gone little over an hour here, so I am going to say thank you for
Oh yeah.
everyone. I'm going to give you the floor, Mike, and just give us a shout. What are you doing? Hold on, let me take it. There we go. What are you doing? What are you up to? Promote what's going on in K8MRD's world.
Oh gosh. I wish I would have prepared. I had no idea. I'd like to thank all of the little people I had to step on my way to the top. Oh wait, sorry, wrong speech.
I love it. I love it. Continue. Own it.
I recorded a video today doing QRP with the DX Commander Expedition. I kind of don't think I'm gonna actually post it though because it didn't really do what I wanted it to do, so I might have to redo that. But I've got another video with Scott from Ham Radio from Non-Techies that I need to edit. I'll probably do that tomorrow. And then I feel I had something else. I just hit Radiodity up for a bunch of stuff, so I might have some more reviews from them. I've got a GMRS radio that Redivis sent me. And I'm like, I don't have a license for GMRS, but aha, there's a loophole.
What is
because channels 1 through 15 are also shared with the FRS. So
ooh.
I can still do it. Whether it's legal or not, I don't really care. But I'm gonna do that. It's pretty neat radio. They sent me 2 of them actually, two little GMRS HTs, and I programmed my my Shack radio, my VHF UHF for all the GMRS frequencies here, and I've just been scanning the last couple of days. There's actually quite a bit of GMRS activity in my area. So there's a couple different channels, a couple different repeaters that people are talking on. Nothing ever on 5.2 simplex. Hardly anything on the Huntsville, Texas repeater. But GMRS apparently is kind of a thing here. Don Satan is probably currently laying in bed, licking his nether regions or sleeping. He hasn't come in to say hi tonight, though. That's kind of weird. But yeah, Satan's doing just fine. Thank you for asking. I'll let him know you say hi. And then so yeah, I've got yes, AJ says peanut butter Twix are great. See, he knows I'm not crazy. Delicious.
That's going to be my ending cheap food is going to be peanut butter Twix.
I mean, I'm sure I haven't seen them in stores. I've kind of looked a couple times and no, they're like on my way to Belton. I stopped off at a gas station. No peanut butter. They got there's like 5 different flavors of Twix now. No peanut butter Twix. I can't find them. So they might have stopped making them. I don't know why on earth a chocolate company would stop putting peanut butter with their chocolate in place of like cookies and cream. Like who on earth wants a cookies and cream Twix? Well, they exist. So who knows? But then yeah, I've got other things that are in the making as well.
Cool.
So, yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you for jumping in here last minute. I know I pulled this a fast one on you. I really, very appreciate it.
I knew about this stream 6 minutes before it started.
I was meaning to hit you up anyways to talk about the G-90, so I might steal parts out of this for a actual video. But other than that, thank you, Mike. I'm going to go ahead and switch it to me. You can de-headphone for a minute because I'm about to get tank radioed. And it's on me. Thank you for everyone out there who donated on Buy Me a Beer tonight. I have, where did it go? TC Fitz is #1. Thank you very much. Mike, and then Lance Hopper. Thank you very much. Then N5 Z Papa Mike. Thank you very much out there. I very, very appreciate it. Thank you to all my Patreons about to come up. It's about to roll those credits. And thank you to tuning in to Take Radio. Take it easy, y'all. Oh, crap. I should have the promo queued up. Where's the promo?
Hi, everybody.
There it is. Thank you to all my Patreon supporters. You can support me on Patreon. There's a link in the description below. And to all my tankers out there, go forth and conquer. It's still hot. I love it. I love it.
Good.
End.